good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Jade, and this is How to App on iOS. And today, I'm going to be looking at SDS-x. It's cooler than what you might think. But we'll kick off today with a talented artist by the name of Frigsy, and this is Dirty Money.
Custodians of good taste have left the building. They sold out to the highest bidder, took their 30 pieces of silver, yeah. They set the game, they set the rules. We played along, we were fools, no more. Cause in their game, there's just one winner. It won't be us, we're just their fodder. Stop. Change are the ones who have the most to lose, the ones who try to stop you choose. The ones who want to see you lose.
Oh, hello, hey. Sorry, everybody. Oh, we have fun today. 1 minute. Man. Good times. Sorry for this interruption. Oh, you just have got fucking hell. Let me take you to another song or something. Let me put this up. Here's our iPad screen. There you go. Let's go there for a second. Man, that was not planned. I'll be with you in a second, guys. I just got a taste of blood in my mouth, and there's a shitload of it. Fuck. Man. All right. Welcome to the show. Hey, I hope you're all doing well. If you're all, just bear with me a tick. Alrighty. Whoa. So welcome to the show. If you're watching on Facebook, hello, we're back. Welcome to if you're watching on Facebook, I hope you're doing well. You can always come over here and join us over here on the YouTubes at youtube.com/Jade Starr, or you can head over to the Twitch at twitch.tv/howtoapp on iOS. Or you can also watch the show daily in the browser at howtoappios.com. Sorry if I'm a bit flustered. I had a bleed just about 10 seconds before that song ended. I could taste blood in my mouth, and there's a shitload of it. But I think I've got most of it. We'll just have a drink. It's part of what goes on. Unfortunately, you guys had to see that. I do apologize. It's very rare that it happens on the show. It is what it is, man. It's what I fucking live with. I live with a blood disorder, and lately there's been a lot of it happening. There you go. Good times. Oh, man, it tastes like shit. Fucking hell. I'm just going to have another drink. Sorry, guys. Wow, that wasn't expected. Like it's not coming from my nose. Good times. Hey. All right. We're here. Look at my tongue, man. It's all over it. Yeah, that is red. Alrighty. We are here, and what are we doing, man? I've lost the plot. Sorry, I'm normally more composed. So that was Frigsy. That's what we did, wasn't it? Frigsy. And that was Dirty Money. So a really cool track that he made during Songtember. Awesome song, yeah. Really cool song. And yeah. Let's say hello to folks. Sorry, guys. Let's say hello to you all. Far out, man. I am not used to that. Hello to Russ. Hello, Thomas Christ. Hello, Brad Example. Hello, Scott. Good to see you're enjoying Synth Master. Oh, man, I just got to check. We're not bleeding from the nose, are we, now? Oh, man. Hey, Scott. Cy, effing good to see you. Joe Glenn, hello. How can I forget? Doctor's order. With blood all over my tongue. Nice stuff. Doctor's orders. Who else do we have? Rick Lisk is here. Hello to you, Rick. Good to see you. Andy Goldsby. Man, that my camera settings really make that red look bright. That's really sick. Who else is here? Hello, Bear. Hello, Patrick Chandler. Hello, BJ Jam since birth. Hello, Capsulam. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're all doing well. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. Dave Fox. Who else is here? I think I've got all of you. Good to see you all. I hope you're all doing good. I'm doing things. I'm okay. Man, I got a strong taste of iron in my mouth, and it's not delicious. Let me tell you that. No amount of coffee seems to be fucking taking it away. Let's try some water. I do apologize so much, guys. I can't control it. It happens. It's been happening a lot lately. I've been going through it a lot the last few days. I forgot Peppy. Hello, Peppy. Boom. So my nosebleeds and mouth bleeds have been on the increase over the last week and a bit. I don't know why. Hopefully it's something we can get sorted out, get a blood transfusion soon. Good times. We are doing today, and I don't think there's any price drops to look at. I looked at it earlier, and I didn't see any. Let's check anyway. Oh, the Jukebox app. Oh, man. The Jukebox app. Nah, I don't think that's for me. Hi, Brad Example. I think I missed Brad Example as well. Yeah. So all these session things are on sale. There's not too much really to talk about. So let's jump in straight away and talk about this app, because I was really surprised by this app. This app actually surprised the crap out of me. From the outside, it looked quite simplistic and very basic and colourful and a bit candy-like, a bit childlike. But the more I've delved into this app, this thing's really cool. So hopefully one of my admins can help me out, because I didn't get a chance to do this. So currently, I think it was free to download. I'm not sure if it is still. I don't think it is now. So I think it's $3.99. So maybe we can check. Let's see if I can have a look, find out the prices of this. Man, I do apologize for being off my game today. That has really thrown me for a spin. Copy. And let's paste it into my browser so I can see what's going on the US store. Because I've only got the Australian prices, and the Australian prices, so it's free. So it's actually free to download, all right? So you can go and get it now, still free to download, but it has in-app purchases. And the way the model works, if I can see here, so you've got a few options. You can buy the pro features outright for $12.99 US, and then you own it. So you've got all the pro features. Or you can pay 99 cents a month via a subscription model, and so $1 a month to do the subscription. So, I mean, if you're going to get it, I would just go for the in-app purchase, the once off, or a pro feature yearly for $4.99. So they're your options. So if you don't want to like lay out the $12.99 straight up, you can at least test it out for 99 cents for a month. That's a good thing about it. It is called SDS-x. That is the name of it. Get my shit together. SDS-x. And it says simple drum sampler. Here's the thing though. It looks simple, right? But there's a lot going on underneath this. There's a real lot going on. I was totally surprised. So here it is on the App Store, and you can see Australian dollars, $20. So Australia is just worth nothing. But yeah, the thing is, download it and have a play with it, because you've got a whole lot of stuff in there to play with just for free. Yeah, absolutely. So let's jump in and open it up. And as you'll see here, the interface is very, very colorful, nice and big. Really cool, yeah? So everything's really simple to use. You can use it as an AUv3, works really good in GarageBand, works really good in everything else, like it syncs up and everything. Let's run through how it all works. So we'll start off with your pads. Clearly, these are your pads. There you go. And my camera, nice one. Let's deactivate my second camera. Still keeps doing it every day. Activate, come back. There we go. So hello, Orchestra Eclipse. Pretty good stuff. Now, let's run across the top first and show you what's happening, and then we'll head over to all this stuff in the side, and then we'll get down to the nitty-gritty and really all the complex stuff. Oh, man, I've got blood all over my hands. Gross. Don't get it on the iPad, man. All right, so right up the top here, there's this little padlock right up the top. If you click on that, you'll notice it puts these little keys onto each of the pads, yeah? So it's all good. And when you click on these keys now, you are given options for each pad. So you've got a whole lot of options in here. We'll go cover this soon. But just pay attention, because up the top here, if you want to sample this inside these options, you can just click the little speaker here and play with that. So straight off the bat, you can get in here and edit this stuff. Also, let's lock that back up. So that's with the little padlock. Across the top here, you can export your patterns, your audio patterns, and you can export your kits. So if you want to share this across to your iPhone, or you want to send this via email to somebody, you can make a kit and you can share it with somebody else. Yeah, so it's really easy to do. I've made it very easy to do. And this little section here is where all your drum kits are available to you. So you've got a whole bunch of factory stuff. You've got some stuff in here. You've got some community kits. You've got user kits, and you can create your own folders and make your own kits as well. Nice and simple. You've got little left and right buttons up the top, so you can flick through the kits nice and easily without opening this little browser. Clearly over here, you've got a play button, because this is a sequencer as well. So you can hit play, and off will go the sequencer. Let's do it. Yeah. With my red tongue. Tastes like shit. Got a red tongue. And you can see here's your sequencer, so you can see it doing its thing. We'll break it down and show you how that all works. You've got a record button here, so you can record your sequences, so you can play your sequences into the pads. You've got here if we click on this, you've got your tempo, so you can change your tempo up and down. You can tap the tempo. You've got a swing button, quantize, gate, pan, level, so all of that stuff. Really nice. Everything's all in there, nice and simple. And you've got these little arrows in the top corner, which if you click, you get a full screen of all your pads. Sweet. Now, let's move to this side panel on the right. Just bear with me a bit today. I'm going to need to have a few drinks to get rid of this crap out of my mouth. God damn. Worst day for it to happen, man. Which is every day. Righty. So we're going to start. So you've got two panels here. So this is your sequencer. So you've got this little square here as I'm circling it with my mouse. And underneath, you've got another little square there. And across the bottom of each of these, you've got your options. So here's your sequencer. You've got effects. You've got levels here. You've got effects. You've got your samples, and you've got settings. And you can access both of these at the bottom. So if you've got your settings selected up here, you can't select them down here. So you can't have two of the same window panes open. But you can have your sequencer down here if you prefer it down here. Or if you want your effects open down here and your sequencer open up here, you can do that. Or if you want your levels up here and maybe the samples here. So you can mix and match and have different tiles over here to control what's going on, which is a really nice touch, yeah? So we'll go back to our sequencer up the top, and we'll have our levels down here. We'll start with the levels first. So you have, as we slide across, all your levels for all your pads. So you can see down here we've got a kick, a snare, a hi-hat closed, and if we scroll all the way to the end, you actually have a master volume as well. So you can control the whole lot. So if we hit play, you can control the whole master level of the whole kit over here. You can scroll through. You can solo just the kicks. So you've got solo, mute, panning. You've got effects, so you can bring in your effects as well. So that's all good too. We can solo in a few things here. And you can control your levels. You can send your pans across, so we can send the kick over to the right and the snare, kick over to the left and snare over to the right. So you've got all these controls here, which are nice. While you've got a sequence playing, you can play on the pads as well and add things in there. So that's really cool. Hello, Pan to Get. Hello, 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 hello. Alrighty. Let's bring that panning back to the center. So lots of controls, so you can control all your kit nice and easily there. Let's go across to the effects. And what we'll also do is we'll up the top here, we'll add the levels to the top. This is really cool how you can mix and match this stuff. It's really nice. Alrighty, so what you need to do, what you can do here, you've got a whole bunch of effects. Let's just stop this for a second. So you've got a delay, you've got a reverb, you've got a high pass, a low pass, and a master. Yeah. And what's really cool about these effects is you can just drag with your finger and move each dot around. So, and they've all got like a little letter on them. So M for master. And you can add these effects in. So if we go over to our reverb, hit play, over to our master, you can control your master volume. You can control your low pass. You can control your high pass. You've got delay. Let's just bring in. And what's really cool, yeah, is you can add your delay to individual tracks. So you've got your sends up here. So we've got a delay happening here. So you can set this up for individual tracks with your sends. So you've got total control over all this stuff. Really cool. I can pull all the delay out, pull all the reverb. You can pull everything out nice and easy. So that's really cool. Individual, you can add all your effects individually or overall. Low, high pass, all that kind of stuff. Nice. Good stuff. Also, you do have this section here where you can change out samples really easily. And see, I've got this bass drop here. And to listen to any of the sounds, so these are all the sounds you get with it. And they're all broken up into categories as well. So let's see, we've got like analog 4, analog 3, and you can close these at any time. So you get an overview and to see all of these sounds. Let's close all of them out. And there you go. So there's all the drums, and all you have to do is hit the arrow to open them up. And to sample any of these, you just have to hit the little speaker next to it, and maybe it'll play. Why am I not getting any play right now? There we go. So you can sample these at any time. We've got a kick here. And I might want to replace this kick, and it's really easy to do. I can just grab this and drag it over onto the kick, and now that's been replaced. So I can grab this kick if I want, drag it, hit play. So it's super easy to modify your kits, make them however you want to sound. And as I said, for what you get for free is a lot of stuff. There's a hell of a lot of samples in here, a hell of a lot of kits. Groovy. Good times. So that's your samples, and it's a nice little easy way to get to them. Nice and simple to just jump over to them in this little pane here. Let's head over to our sampler now, to our sequencer, sorry. And we'll have a look at the settings as well. So over here down the bottom now we've got our settings. So you can change your buffer size, you can click save battery mode. You can change the velocity, so you can have a fixed velocity, or you can have a top velocity, center velocity, so you can change the velocity of your pads. So now, if you have a look here on my camera, when I'm playing this snare, if I'm playing it down the bottom, and as I move up, because the velocity's set, it's automatically getting louder without me having to press harder. Pretty cool, yeah? So you can have it fixed at one velocity as well. You've got haptics as well. So if you've got an iPhone, you can actually, it's not available for iPad because iPhone has the haptics option. So you can actually turn on the haptics so you get feedback as well too on your phone. So that's really cool if you're using an iPhone. You've got Ableton Link. You've got Bluetooth MIDI, and you can receive and send MIDI out as well. So you can see here with my MIDI, I've got sources available here. So if I choose my key step now and jump back over here, so you can control it with any controller. I could even, if my drum kit was plugged in right now, I could choose my drum kit, my electronic drum kit as well. So that's really cool. You can do all that kind of stuff. As you hear, it says Go Pro, but I've already gone Pro. I've already done that. So when I touch that now, nothing happens. So this is the Pro version that I have. You've got a manual down here with all the goodness to help you get through this stuff, which is nice. And yeah, there we go. So let's have a look. We'll go through some of the kits and then we'll jump into the sequencer. Shall we? So that is the default kit we were looking at there. And if you make changes and don't save them and then click to the next patch, obviously it's going to default back to how it was. So if I hit play now on here, we're back to the original default kit. And each kit that you choose from the presets has a sequence already programmed into it, which is nice. There's a hell of a lot of sounds in here, and as you see as we go forward, you can import your own sounds in here as well, which is fucking fantastic. This one's all drum rolls. If I Whoa. Holy shit. Somebody get the pills out, man. Get the pills. I'm munging off my face. So you got some real moody stuff in here. Midnight moody blue this is. Man. Out in the jungle, you can find the spotted zebra. Very rare. Anyway. Shove it on. Hey, G-Sun Official. So all of these kits have sequences already programmed into them, which is really cool. So you can save these sequences and then you can go and fuck with them yourself. Hey, Ivan. So this one's just all toms. So yeah, look, I'll be honest. I was utterly surprised by this because normally some of these apps that have like lots of bright colors and look very simplistic aren't as deep as this. I just was blown away at how deep this is, and you haven't even seen the depth yet. What are we up to here? So, as you can see, there's only 2 more to go in these factory patches. Some really cool stuff. See you later, Joe and Barry. Enjoy your feed. And in here you've got another bunch of stuff. So soul lift stuff. Heavy. Hey, Kim. You're listening? Nice. So there's also, it looks like there's a bunch of community stuff in here. I'm guessing this is possibly going to be a place for people to upload stuff. I hope that's what it's going to be. That would be really cool. Make your own kits, upload them here, share them with people, because it's really easy to make them. So there's a few things in here. Right, so let's have a look now at some of the individual pads, at how you can import samples and change up your drum kits, yeah? So we'll just stick with this one, which is all the same color. So all these pads are the same color. You would have noticed as we've gone through these, with each kit, they have different colors. You can change the colors. So once again, to get in and really mess with these, you just hit the padlock up here and it puts these little keys on here. So when I touch the key, I can bring up the individual sample. And looking at these options, you can see there's plenty going on here. So you've got the option to have 2 samples within a pad. So you can see up here we've got sample 1 and sample 2, and both of these have pitch control. So we're in the what are we in now? Let's actually jump into the the snare. So we'll jump into the snare and we'll solo the snare and hit play. So you can change the pitch of this in real time. Double tap to bring it back to the middle. You can change the panning in here as well. So you've got options to change the panning. You can change the level of it in here as well. So you've got all that kind of stuff. But you can also import a second sample in here. So I've just clicked on this little part here, tap or drag. So there's a couple of ways you can do it. I can actually open the sample section from here, find a snare, grab it, and drag it. Now I've got 2 snares operating in here. And I can do a mix of both of them. So I can turn this one down here. So now you can hear underneath there's a second snare. So I can now go in here and mix them together. Let's find another snare. What have we got? We've got a... let's grab this one. We'll bring it in there. So now you can mix 2 snares together. You could pan one hard left, one hard right. You've got a lot of options to mess around with these. And remember too, you can add effects to these as well. So that's really cool. You can change the pitch of them both. And you've got, what's really nice is a trigger mode. So you can decide for them to be one hits. You can set them as gates. So you can hear now that it's gated, so it's chopping it off. So really good for like hi-hats or crashes or anything. So it's like a cymbal grab. So you can gate. You can actually, if we go to this toggle one here, and if I hold my finger down, we'll just jump back in here. You can also, so now I'm just holding, if I hold my finger down on this, if I stop this now, I'm just holding my finger down on it and it's multiply playing instead of the one shots. So there's a fucking lot of options here. So you've got 8/8 at, there you go. Really, really cool. 16ths, dotted, 32s, 64. So if we jump out. So if you want to do some death metal. You don't even have to tap the thing. That's really cool. So that's Ace. Plus, we have this sample mode here where you can actually mix and rotate. So you can rotate between the snare hits. So as I'm hitting the little, let's go back out here. It should rotate between the actual samples if I hit this. Plus, you have like a round robin. There's a lot in here, man. Let's take this snare out. Let's get it back to just a one single shot. So this has got like a gate. So every few, it randomly stops. So this is a random. This goes between the two. Really cool. You can loop it. You've got a poly here as well. You can go mono, poly. You can do you can mute the entire group. So for your cymbal grabs and stuff. Let's go back to just a mix. So this is both of them. There's a hell of a lot of options. Look, I haven't even got down here. You can actually even change the range, yeah? So now that we have a mix here, let's do this. So it's just set at a mix. And where are we? If we go to a rotate, I think it's, God, I've got to remember which one it is. Sorry, today's just been a weird day. So that's a mix there. And where are we? We have to go mute. We'll take off mute group. Man, get my shit together. Let's bring this down here. So you can actually play, you can split them up between top and bottom. So when you play the bottom, you're playing the second snare, and when you play the top, you're playing the other snare. So you can split them up above the single pad. Really, really cool. Really cool. A lot of options to play with, yeah, which is ace. You've got a range here as well, so you can change the range of the velocity. So that's really awesome too. You can break it down to that kind of extent, and you can set your individual pads for the channel and the note for your MIDI. So you can actually get in there individually and set your MIDI notes for this as well, which is sick, man. I mean, it's really cool. Really, really cool. All right, so that's your individual kits. That's your individual parts. And to get out of the edits section, all you have to do is just hit the little padlock up the top. So I'm just going to jump back into the default kit here. Cool. Now let's have a look at importing your own sounds. So I've already done this for you. So let's have a look. How do you import your sounds? Same way as just dragging stuff in. You've got a little section up here to import from files. So there it is. You just click on that. You can choose to import to an existing folder within here. So you've got, as you see, you've got all these folders, green, gold, yellow, all the names here, or you can create your own folder. So if I hit import files, I'll create a new folder and we'll just call it demo. And now it'll take you straight to your files app. And here we've got some drums in here. So this is all ready to go. So if I want to add, let's add a kick drum. I've got this kick drum here. I'll just click on it. And that now has created down the bottom a folder, it should have, there you go, called demo. And it's put that kick drum in there. Now I can hit the little, and I can test it, and I can just drag it over into the kick. So I might want to add a snare in there for this as well. So we'll add this time to an existing folder. And we'll choose demo and OK. And let's find a snare. We've got a snare here. So these are my FMC snares. OK. And now you can see down here it's added the snare in. So really easy to add samples in. We can drag that into the pad. Plus, I've got this all connected here. Oh, man. I can't wait for this new USB hub to come to fix my camera, which keeps freezing. Sweet. Really easy to import stuff, and it's really easy to save kits. So if I wanted to now save this kit, I can just go up here to the kits, click on up here. I can create a new bank anytime I want. So right now I could just hit the plus sign. We'll call this the demo bank. And so that's now been added to the list. I can click on that, hit save. And how good is this? It'll actually, we'll call this demo kit. So you can name it whatever you want. Demo kit. And it actually saves the tempo and any sequences that you've created as well. So we save that, and now this is here, and I can actually send this from within here to anyone I want. So I can click on the share, and I can send this to my AirDrop. I could send this to somebody on Messenger. I could send it via email to somebody else who has this, and there, all the tempos and all the sequences that I made are all in there as well. Pretty neat, I reckon. Pretty neat. And remember, this is free to download, and a lot of this stuff's already there for you to mess around with right now. If you haven't downloaded it now, you're crazy. So let's have a look at another one of the kits here I've created. is this metal kit, a metal test. So and remember, you can really mess with these toms. So if you don't like the toms here, you can hit the little padlock and go in here and change the pitch of these toms. Hang on, no, we don't want to do that. So you can tune. So essentially, you could take one tom, if you only had one tom, and turn it into 3 toms, yeah, and just pitch it up and make it a full tom roll, which is really, really nice. I think this thing's killer, man. I really didn't expect it to be this cool. Let's hit the play. Sweet, huh? All right, so let's have a look at... well, that's the thing, Russ. That's why I wanted to cover this today, because I know there's a lot of people out there. I'm sure there's people who are going to argue and say, well, that's a lot of money for something when there's great apps like Drum Computer and DigiSticks too, which are all sick, really, really sick apps. But a lot of people find them quite complicated to look at. They get overwhelmed and look at them and go, what the fuck, man? There's so much going on there. So people are intimidated to download them, where this seems very, very unintimidating. That's what I really like about it. Don't have to really understand too much about drums to really dive into this. So let's have a look at the sequencer, because this is probably going to be the most complex thing for people to wrap their heads around. Okie doke, we'll turn this down a little bit. And let's run through some of these buttons here with your sequencer. So what I'll do is, let's just clear this out. Let's just go boom and get rid of this whole thing, yeah? So we can go in here and we can actually clear out. Where are we? We want to go here, select a pattern. And now when I go back here to our sequence, get my shit together, I've cleared out all of the sequences here, so you can see that playing. So all I had to do there was just delete the sequence. Nice and easy. So let's so I can hit record at any time, and I can, if I hit play, hit record here, and you'll see a little line appear up over the top. That means it's ready to record straight in. So as soon as I hit play, now you notice I don't have. Now we've got our timer going. So when I hit the snare there, you can see it's placed it into this portion of the sequencer. So as easy as that, just keeping it playing and going over, I've created my first sequence. There it is. So you can see now when I hold down on each piece of the kit, you can actually see what's going on. So we've got snares here. Let's hit play again. So there's just a basic pattern that we've put in there. Here's what's really cool. So down here on this bottom little X, this little arrow, when I hold down on this, this tells you how many bars is in that in this pattern, All right, this one number for this one pattern that I've put in. So you've got 16 here. I can now, while I'm holding down this arrow, drag over and remove all these. So now when I play this back, so if you wanted to do some crazy timing, you can hold down this arrow again and maybe add these in, maybe take it to 12. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. You can get crazy with your timing. You can really no longer than 16, but it gets it's okay. But you can go crazy. You can do like 11 if you want. Here's the other thing. Yes, Russ. So within here, you can, it's just up here, you've got tap to program, yeah? So if I hold down tap to program, you can actually put in the notes yourself. So you can punch in the notes yourself. Or if I hold down on a pad, you'll see you're given a bit of extra information on the pad. So you can actually control the velocity from here. You can control the velocity of the kicks. Plus, you've got this 1 times down here. You can change this to multiples. Let's just bring everything back in here. Draw all this back in. Get my shit together. Come back to me. We've got everything back in. Whee! So you can really go in and mess with all this stuff on a really granular level. It's super cool. You can, if we clear this pattern again, we clear out 1. So now we're back to 0. So the X here is to delete your pattern out. So that's all gone. We're at a blank stage again. I can actually now just draw in what I want as well. So you'll see now with this 3, let's just get rid of that. So we click on a kick here and you see I've got this set to 4 and 88. So you can change the velocity of this. We'll leave it at 127. So if I put in these kicks now here, and then I do the next one, I can actually change this to a 2 there, and I can draw in, I can go to a 3 for the next one, and just do a 1 for the next one. So when I play back now, then if I want to add a snare, all you do is click the snare and add that in where you want it. Does it recognize it in the sequence if you're doing a snare roll? I don't think when you're playing it live in, so you have to actually program it in doing it this way. So as you saw when I was actually playing it in, you've actually got to individually put these in here. So that's that briefly, because we are running out of time, because I want to cover as well what Tom alluded to. So up the top here, number 1, these are your patterns. So you've got up to 16 patterns, yeah? But in saying that, you can hold this down, and so pick 1, then tap 2, tap 3, tap 5, 8, 6, then back to 1, then 7, then 6. And you can keep doing this over and over up to 128 times. All right? So I'm just holding down this number 1 up here and just keep touching and touching and touching. So now when I hit play, you'll notice it's changing to 3, 5, 8, 6, 1, back to 1, And you can sequence those patterns up to, I think it's about 128 times. That is fucking mental, yeah? And then you can go into individual ones. And again, so see we're on 6 here. I can tap this and change this to 8 or just go 11. So when it gets up to that 6 pattern, it's only going to be 11. It's crazy. So here we are back at the start. And when we get to 6, pretty cool, yeah? So out of, when you hold down this one up here, so you can have 16 patterns, but you can go between them as many times as you want, up to, well, it's around 120, something like that. So let's just pick another drum kit from here. We'll just go with this one. Go with this and hit play. So when we stop that, if I go over to this one here, you can see we're just going between 2 patterns here. If I want to copy one of these, I just hit, how do we do that, God? I think we just touch it, and then, because we're on copy. Jeez, I've forgotten how to do that now. One, copy, that's how you do it. So you hold down the 1, and then choose what you want, copy, and then choose the square where you want it, the circle where you want to copy it to. Yeah? So now if I hit play, because I copied 4 into 5 into, yeah. So you've got plenty of options for copying stuff, and again, bouncing back and forward is just, let's go with this one actually, because it's already at least got a huge pattern in it. Turn off the metronome. But yeah, I can go into 4. Let's do that. Where am I going? So yeah, I've just picked the first 3, and now I can go back to 1, and then 2, and then 6, and then 4, then 7, then 5, 8, 3, 8, 3, 8, 3, 8, 3, 8. That's what I'm doing with my finger here. Then 1, 5, 2. I'm just touching over and over. So now when I play this sequence, you can see we'll get to a point where it does the 3, 8, 3, 8. It's super sick, man. See, bouncing back between 3 and 8. Lovely. Pretty crazy, yeah? I like it. I'll tell you, I'm pleasantly surprised. Even in the title of the show, I called it Simply Elegant Drums Made Easy. And that was before I actually sat down and actually started playing with it and realizing how deep this sucker was. I'm literally, my socks have been blown off. So great job to the developers of this, which is, so it's Ryan Robinson, and they are called Audio Symmetric. So I think they've done a stellar bang-up job of this. Again, if you open it up in, say, let's just shut it down. Quickly, we'll open it up in AUM. What's really cool, the way it syncs up is really nice. So all you need to do is just hit audio, look for SDS. And here's the difference. So when you open it up as an AUv3, you'll notice the play button is blocked out. So it automatically just syncs straight up to AUM. Same with GarageBand. So if you want to change the tempo, you have to do it within here. But again, just picking your kits. Let's bang it into GarageBand for a second before we do go for the day. We'll create a brand new song. Boom. And where are we? We want to open it as SDS. I haven't actually done. Did I open it up in this? I think I did. SDS. There it is. So we can open it up in GarageBand. And you can use it virtually. If you watched my Songtember series on making FMC, and I use DigiSticks, pretty much you use it the same way. You import your samples in, you create your drum kit, and then you can play it in, and it'll record the MIDI as well. So you can play it in live, and it should sync up to whatever you choose your GarageBand project to be. But let's make sure before we go, I know I'm a little bit over time, and I still can taste blood, and it's fucking disgusting. Let me tell you that. Once again, I do apologize for that stuff at the beginning. It's happened a few times, and normally I'm able to get rid of it before we kick off. So here we are. You can go full. Can we go full screen? I don't think we can. So yeah, there's no option to make it go full screen. But you've got these little pads here, so that's cool. And it's already synced up. Plus, it's synced to the keys here as well instantly. As long as you've got in your settings here, it set to send MIDI. To receive MIDI. So it's set in host. You can see it automatically is set to the host. So that's cool. So you can play the keys or you can play the pads. And if we you can see here, it's set to 110. So it's automatically locked to the GarageBand tempo. So if we pull this down to 62, bang, it's moved down as well. Hit record. So there you go. It's recording MIDI in there as well. So that's nice. Really nice, yeah? I think it's grooving, man. I think it's grooving. Now, the other thing you can do as well, I do believe. So, yeah. And you can go in and edit your drums as well. You can change your kits. Awesome stuff. Awesome, awesome good times. So let's bring in our metal kit. We'll delete this. And hit record. Works in GB, lovely. Sweet. All right, there we go. We can shut that out now. So it works nice. It's good stuff. Patrons, guess what? I've got a couple of copies to give away on the Patreon this weekend for $5 and over on Patreon. So I do have 2 copies to give away. Good times. And that is for the full unlock. So thank you very much for the developer for sending me codes and allowing me to have a code to play with this today. I'm impressed. Color me impressed. You know, it's always nice when you open something up for the first time and go, looks like a child's app. This looks a bit unadvanced for me. And then you get into it and go, holy fuck, man. There's a lot to this, mother. Cool. What are we doing tomorrow? Yeah, we're going to be having a look at, what are we having a look at? I can't remember. We are doing this. We're not doing Sound Saw. We are looking at Altispace 2. So this has just dropped today. And we'll be looking at this reverb unit, which has a whole bunch of really amazing reverb IRs in it. If you don't know what IR's in, do some research, man. You will just don't get fall into a rabbit hole of like conspiracy theories. But do some research. You'll be blown away by what this can do, how you can import your own IRs, and really create some amazing spaces with this thing. And also I have some copies of this to give away on the Patreon as well this weekend. We're doing this tomorrow. Good times. I hope you've had a good day. If you like the video, hit the thumbs up, do all that stuff. Makes the algorithm happy, makes me happy, and it stops me getting blood noses. Doesn't really, but it's worth a shot. Yeah, and thanks for being here. Remember, do the things that make you happy. Mistakes make you better, and you know what? We all rise together. I will see you tomorrow for some more fun and games. Thank you very much for being here. Have a good one, my friends. Bye-bye. Oh. And remember, this week, Kim Harden Hudson's on the show. Yeah! It's going to be awesome. See you tomorrow.